stylish solutions to the top 5 mistakes people make in their entryways is Farah Altoumah. Hey, Farah.
Hi, Mary. How are you? I'm good, thank you.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited about this.
Me too. I love talking entryways.
I do too, and I'm not gonna lie, I need to take notes because my entryway is very much just like a fire sale of shoes and coats.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
Everyone, it's hard space to really decorate because there's no real defined area for an entryway. Architecturally, you might not have it or a lot of space. So there's a lot of things we can talk about today.
Okay, I love it. Well, you say that one of the biggest mistakes is not anchoring your entryway with like a piece of furniture.
Exactly. So the first thing you really want to do is define the space. So I think we had talked about potentially painting an entryway area and creating an accent wall, using a rug, both utilitarian and a good way to anchor the space. But another way to do that is with your furniture pieces. And this one is a sideboard from IKEA. And what we've done is we haven't installed the doors.
Oh, cool.
So it allows you to have that extra storage space. But what we really love are these drawers. Everyone's got that junk that we want to hide.
I know.
So tuck it away.
We pretend we don't have it.
Exactly.
But we do.
It's like tidy mess. A tidy mess.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Organized chaos.
Perfect. So I'm gonna get you to just get rid of all that stuff, hide our junk.
Oh, this is a tidy entryway to do.
Yes,
We're getting it done.
I love this. Exactly.
This is where I always hide my, like, you know when you have batteries that are dead and you're like, where do I put these? This drawer.
A catch-all drawer.
Yeah.
It's in your kitchen or in your entryway.
Yeah, perfect.
The best thing about this is that it can really give you options for baskets and shoes, as well as the counter space. So if you don't have this room for a large sideboard or a console like this, a shelf is a perfect space. And this one is from Bouclair, and it has hooks as well, which is perfect, 2-in-1, and allows you to clear off, get things off the floor, get things off the counter. You really want to have clear spaces so we can make the area look quite beautiful.
That's awesome. I also love this with the little shelf because you can personalize it.
Exactly, and you can use it if you don't have this kind of surface area, you have a smaller surface area there, and we'll get to some other little storage tips.
Okay, speaking of those, well, we will get to those in a minute, but you also say not having a mirror is a big mistake, and I also make this mistake. I don't have a mirror in my entryway.
Well, it's great for you to quickly look at yourself before you leave. You want to be able to just make sure everything's in place without having to run back upstairs or run to a bathroom.
Yeah.
This one we love with the little gold accent, and the shape here is great as well, the circle. It also works in a small space to bounce light around. It doesn't have to be a big mirror, but it makes the space look larger, makes the space look brighter as well.
That's really smart. I also love the color, the gold, it's so soft.
It's perfect, and it works well with the other black accents. They're not fighting each other. It's not too bronze or too gold.
Totally. Again, I'm the one who runs out the door in the morning, and I'm like, I have no idea what I look like.
Well, you're already quite gorgeous.
Oh
so
my gosh, thanks. Someone else did all of this. Yeah. Amazing. All right, so mistake number 3, not including planned storage zones.
Planned storage. So this is probably the most important tip, or the biggest mistake people make. You want to have a place for everything and everything in its place. I think that's a motto we've all heard.
Yeah.
So we want to create places for us to put things like mail.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll put that mail right there. And we also, let's say there's something that's not in the junk drawer, but you want to hide it, something quickly accessible. This is a great little console for that, so we can store our keys and our cash for the delivery man.
Do you know what I like about this too? It's kind of subtle, and maybe someone who comes in, my mom's always convinced someone's gonna steal her keys.
My mom too.
Yeah,
it's a mom thing.
You hide it, and in plain sight, and no one's gonna look in there.
No one's gonna know.
Yeah.
And it's great. Also keeps, like we were talking earlier, keeps everything hidden.
Yeah.
And everything has a place to go, but it's not, you know where it is, no one else needs to know it's in there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And again, I like the money in there just in case you gotta toss a tip at the delivery guy.
Exactly. You don't always want to cook. And the last thing is tote bags. I'm sure we have a million tote bags.
Yes.
Hats, gloves, that kind of stuff. This is a great basket from CB2. One little tip here is to make sure that the height kind of matches the height of your shelf. So you can see the baskets in here. This allows you to have things, but have them hidden away, so you don't need to see them. They're not in your sight line.
See, this is also another issue. I've got a bunch of coats, and then I have my tote bag of tote bags. And I always put the cute tote bag on the outside because it's like, oh, it's cute, but then I want to use that one. So then I end up dumping out all the other tote bags.
Get a mess on the floor.
Yeah.
So this keep all your tote bags contained, and you can grab your favorite one very quickly.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
That's great. Now, mistake number 4 is not taking the opportunity to create a fun design element in the space.
So we've cleaned the space up, it's looking nice, but we want to make it beautiful. You want to come home and you want to leave the world behind because you're seeing something that brings you joy right away.
Yeah.
So that could be something like a painting. There's one here, you can find something local artist, or something like a photograph that brings you joy when you walk right in the door. And it doesn't have to be hung. Art can be leaned. You can change it out seasonally. So this is a great way to showcase something and see it right when you come in. You can also maybe have some pottery from travels or something you got from a local maker. A vase is great, and then you can put like fresh seasonal flowers in here. Another thing that'll bring you joy. But probably my favorite tip is including something very colorful on the floor.
Oh, okay.
This little area rug allows you to bring some color and totally transform the space. And the great thing about this is from HomeSense. It's super affordable, but it's cotton, so you can throw it in the washing machine, and you don't have to worry if it gets dirty.
Yes.
That's like, yeah, it's fantastic.
And would you normally layer if you have the space and stuff?
Well, the great thing about this is you have the utilitarian rug below, and then here you have a little accent.
Yeah.
So yeah, layering gives you a lot more durability, and it just protects your floors.
Yeah, that's really smart. And I love the idea of leaning the art too, because if you do want to switch it out, sometimes you have to resize and rehang where the nail is based on how big it is. So you're good to go.
Just plug and play.
I love
really
that.
Easy.
Very simple. All right,
But
now
one more tip.
One more tip, and this one is a classic. I feel like Canadian winter issue in particular. Now that you got a beautiful entryway, how are you gonna get it ready for guests?
Exactly, the holidays are coming. We've all been to those parties where there's a million shoes.
Yes.
It could be just like our regular everyday life.
Yeah, and you have to like almost step around to them
It's like
all.
a minefield of shoes.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is factor in our guests' shoes, or maybe put away our shoes before the guests come. We have these handy little organizers from IKEA. They're very affordable, and they fold down, so you can disassemble them very easy and tuck them away when you're not using them.
Yeah.
And the great thing about our little console is we can just tuck these items away. The shoes take half the size. It's always great to use the height, right?
Yeah.
So we tuck these away, and our guests' shoes are hidden. And then when the guests come, they're gonna need a place to put their shoes on, take their shoes off. Even for us, we might want to have a place to put our bag down when we come in. So we have this great little stool. This was originally pine, and I painted it to match our little decor here. So it doesn't need to live here forever. You can DIY and change up your pieces.
Yeah.
You can even bring it in from another room, but it's always great to have a piece by the front entry. And again, storage. Always a place to put things so it's off the floor.
That's so smart, and this is great. My mom's always a sit on the stairs, put your shoes on, but then she's marching through the house with her shoes on. So a little place to sit is perfect.
There you go.
Farah, this was amazing.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.